Hello everyone, Jul here. Speaking of JRPGs, of course anybody knows the Persona series. The extensive social elements, fun city exploration, monster taming mechanics, and of course amazing narratives. Unfortunately, this franchise has only a couple of games, and that makes people like me searching for another alternative. With that in mind, this list will feature games that have thematic, mechanic, or spiritual connection to the Persona franchise. Before we dive into the list though, I want to share my little secret on how to save your money when buying games, and that is instant gaming. Instant gaming is easily my favorite place to be when I want to buy some games. It has various titles for your favorite platforms, whether it's PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even Nintendo Switch, and they have lots of amazing deals as well. I wish I know this place sooner, cause after looking at these prices, surely you will too. All you have to do is just click my link in the description below, start searching for your favorite games and enter the activation code to your chosen platforms. By using my link, you're not only saving lots of money, but also helping me to support this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list. Sakura Wars is a semi-reboot of a long-running Japanese series that blends mecha, theater tropes, and romance in an alternate 1940s steampunk Japan. In this world, steam technology reigns supreme, and instead of world wars, humanity battles demons using giant steam-powered robots called spherical strikers. And while the character interactions are the game's highlight, the combat is quite enjoyable, with 3D action sequences. Combat is more on the easy side, but in the end, it was designed to be the vehicle for the story's drama. Soul Hackers 2 delivers a satisfying experience even though it doesn't take big risks or introduce groundbreaking ideas to the JRPG genre. It's a soft reboot that doesn't demand prior knowledge of the series, so new players can jump right in without feeling lost. The game is split between main plot dungeons and the Soul Matrix, a separate area where you can explore each character's backstory. Completing these optional dungeons unlocks new skills and deeper insights into your party members, making them feel essential to fully appreciate the characters.
Not as a letdown.
Bloomtown: A Different Story is a narrative-driven JRPG that blends turn-based combat, monster taming, and social RPG elements, all set in the 1960s Americana town. If you ever wish for Shin Megami Tensei games going back to pixel art style, this might be the closest representation of it. Just like Persona, you can capture weakened creatures during combat and summon them in future battles to form devastating combos. And since each of them are unique, it's up to you on how to build your party. Eternights is a JRPG with horror elements that is more than just fighting monsters. It's about forming bonds, discovering love, and survival. At its heart, the game is an action RPG where you battle through disturbing dungeons filled with monsters. Combat is fast-paced, requiring you to chain together attacks and evade enemies in real time. Certain enemies, especially bosses, have barriers that can only be broken by unleashing specific elemental attacks through QTEs. It takes a bit to master, but as you unlock more abilities, you will feel yourself becoming stronger and ready to take on tougher enemies. Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a JRPG that is a bit colorful and leans into the wackiness of Japanese pop culture, putting on a show that is flashy but not particularly deep in its story. However, the combat is where this game really shines. The battles happen on a stage-like arena, and characters summon beings called Mirages to fight off shadowy enemies. The real fun comes from the combo-based system known as Sessions, which lets you chain attacks when you exploit enemy weaknesses.
しないといいな。全部なぎ倒すよ。
まずは俺が。来ました。
Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition is a monster catching RPG that packs in 2 full games into one solid package. In this game, instead of catching Digimon by throwing an object, you encounter them repeatedly to fill up a scan meter, allowing you to create your own version of them once it hits 100%. You can also devolve your Digimon, which adds complexity to their evolution paths, letting you mix and match to create a powerful and balanced team. Blue Reflection takes players into the life of Hinako Shirai, a former ballerina whose dreams are shattered by injury and must fight negative emotions plaguing both the real world and a magical realm called the Common. In this game, the battle system brings some unique elements to turn-based combat. Each girl uses Ether to perform skills, which can be recharged by skipping a turn. The ability to manipulate the turn order and chain actions adds strategic depth, and during larger fights, Hinako can call on friends to provide extra support, from offensive moves to healing.
どうしよう。魔法の攻撃。先に進もう。
Rune Factory 4 Special is a farming RPG where you will spend part of your day tending to crops. Although it sounds tedious, the process is quick, and you can even automate much of it by recruiting monsters to help out, leaving you more time for the game's other activities like exploring dungeons, building relationships, and crafting. And beyond socializing, you will spend time cooking, crafting weapons and armor, and even fishing. All of these activities play a role in the dungeon crawling, which is where this game introduces its action combat. Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus is an enhanced version of the PSVita game developed by Falcom. This action JRPG features a light story set in modern times similar to Persona, and while it doesn't break new ground compared to Falcom's other works, it has a lot of charm. The combat in this game is standard hack and slash. You have a normal combo string and a special attack that uses a quickly refilling resource bar along with other special attacks using different resources. You start the game with a few characters at the beginning but gain more as the story progresses. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne is a dark and challenging RPG that stands apart from its more popular cousin, the Persona series. While it shares a few core mechanics like turn-based combat and monster recruiting, Nocturne isn't concerned with charm or friendship. Instead, it drops you into an unforgiving post-apocalyptic world where demons rule and survival feels like an uphill battle. The combat itself is built around turn-based mechanics, but there's a deep strategy involved. You will need to exploit enemy weaknesses and manage your resources carefully, or you will quickly find yourself overwhelmed. Yakuza Like a Dragon is an open-world JRPG that introduces a fresh cast of characters, a sprawling new setting in Yokohama, and keeps the ridiculous Yakuza-style plot intact. As for the combat, the switch to turn-based mechanics may sound like it will slow things down, but surprisingly, battles still feel fast and fluid. Characters are constantly in motion, and the real-time elements like guarding and follow-up attacks keep you on your toes. The variety of enemies also keeps things interesting. These ridiculous enemy types sometimes add a quirky humor to the battles, and each of them has their own set of moves.
Let's go.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance keeps the series' hallmark unforgiving combat at the forefront, and at times it feels even more brutal than before. In this game, you are still focusing on finding and exploiting your enemy's elemental weaknesses and building a roster of demons that can take advantage of those weaknesses. Demon negotiation and fusion are gonna be your main jam, and this game really shines in how it allows you to build your own demon army. Fire Emblem Three Houses is a turn-based strategy game that combines a massive open-world hub with extensive social interaction, intense storyline, and battles that challenge even the most seasoned strategies. The game gives you 3 different houses to join, each offering unique perspectives. Moreover, one of the biggest changes in this game is the removal of the traditional weapon triangle. Now it's all about choosing the right weapon based on individual skills. Training your units also lets them unlock custom moves and bonuses against certain enemies.
Burn to earth!
Metaphor ReFantazio is an anime turn-based combat JRPG that isn't just another fantasy title. At its core, Metaphor built on the familiar mechanics of the Shin Megami Tensei and Persona series. It effectively utilizes the Persona framework to delve into its themes and foster meaningful connections with both the characters and the unfolding events. Compared to the other Atlus games, the pacing feels tighter, maintaining a sense of momentum that aligns perfectly with the unfolding narrative.
Royal Soul!
Talking about the Trail series in this Persona topic, I think mostly we will talk about the Cold Steel arc. However, in terms of the social RPG and city exploration, I would say the Crossbell and even Calfard arc are also fit into this Persona-like category. There are also elemental weaknesses, break mechanic, and most importantly, Trail series has one of the best narratives in JRPGs. So I think it's a no-brainer. If you love Persona series, you should at least try playing the Trail series. Alright boys, I think that's it for today. I know that there are other great Persona-like JRPGs that I haven't mentioned yet, so how about sharing your best Persona-like JRPGs that probably deserve the spot in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss another great list. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Peace.
Not so let down.